Good afternoon and welcome to this Friday's edition of Mocs News. I'm Brian Bass.
And I'm Christine Brown. UTC police responded to a disturbance at Walker Apartments at 4:30 p.m. Thursday. Upon arrival, officers encountered a male UTC student who had entered and vandalized several apartments. The male had become injured during the vandalism and was taken into custody shortly thereafter and transported to the hospital for treatment. Due to the presence of bodily fluids in several rooms and to allow police to conduct the investigation, several floors were closed for cleanup and decontamination. Tune into Mocs News to keep you updated with the latest details.
SGA had a less than lengthy meeting Tuesday as the staff is in process of remodeling. Tuesday's meeting was the first meeting that Bradley Bell was acting as president of SGA, while Evan Williams stood his position as vice president and Robert Fisher as treasurer. The meeting ran as smooth as it could for these first-timers. SGA was able to pass 11 bills allocating nearly $5,200 to student organizations. This money will go towards reimbursements to different organizations for travel expenses as well as food expenses for end-of-the-year banquets. SGA is in the process of hiring new people for the executive board and Senate seats. They are looking to fill 8 Senate seats as well as members of the executive board, secretary, parliamentarian, public relations director, chief of staff, and freshman senate. They will be announcing the new hires in the upcoming weeks.
Kony 2012 will sponsor Cover the Night event April 20th to raise awareness about Joseph Kony. The event will be held all over the world, including right here in Chattanooga and at UTC, from the night of April 20th until early morning on April 21st. The night hopes to raise awareness about Joseph Kony by people participating in hanging posters and signs around their cities. Kony is a Uganda guerrilla group leader and head of the Lord's Resistance Army who has allegedly abducted and forced children to become child soldiers. Kony 2012 began as a documentary by Invisible Children that quickly became a web sensation. Invisible Children is encouraging everyone to take part in the night and throughout the day by wearing Kony shirts, sending letters to local, national, and international leaders, and by serving your community. To find out more information about Cover the Night, you can go to www.kony2012.com or UTC and Chattanooga's Kony 2012 Cover the Night Facebook pages. A digital action kit for Cover the Night can also be found online, including Kony 2012 posters and a booklet to explain the cause.
We're now going to go to Donnie Swift, who has our weekend weather update.
Hello UTC, this is your weather update. Currently, temperatures are in the lower 60s for the most part of our area. Currently, we are at 63 degrees, but expect a high in the mid to upper 70s by the late afternoon. For Saturday, we're looking at a high of 77 degrees under mostly sunny skies with a cool low of 47 degrees. Then, for your Sunday, the sunny skies will continue throughout your forecast as temperatures will remain in the upper 70s. And again, while temps have been nice this week, the rain may be making its way back into your forecast by next week. Thanks everyone for joining me for this week's weather update. Remember that finals are coming up and we want you all to succeed. Hey, you can't blame the weather for not studying. So hop on that train and be a mock.
Thank you, Donnie. Hello, I'm Teresa Simpson.
And I'm Max Cordell. The University of Tennessee at Chattanooga begins a new tradition this year with the Blue and Gold Memorial Ceremony. This ceremony recognizes those who have passed away this last year. UTC students, faculty, staff, and alumni are invited to attend this ceremony on Monday, April 16th at 6 p.m. in the quadrangle outside Patton Chapel. The names of those known students, faculty, staff, retirees, and alumni who died after April 15th, 2011 will be read during the ceremony.
With the increasing size of the freshman class, some campus apartments are having to make changes. 4 units in Gary and 20 units in Stoffel will be converted to allow 2 students per room in what were previously 1-person rooms. Office Administrator for University Housing, Ronald Haley, said the changes will allow over 60 additional students to live on campus. Haley said 142 bed spaces will be added for fall 2012 because of the renovation and remodeling of Stagmeyer Hall.
George T. Hunter's lecture series will end Thursday with author and activist Michael Pollan. Pollan has written books for the past 20 years about the places where the human and natural worlds intersect, with a focus on food and agriculture. The New York Times and the Washington Post named his book, The Omnivore's Dilemma, A Natural History of Flour Meals, one of the 10 best books of 2006. His latest book, Food Rules, An Eater's Manual Immediately, went to #1 on the New York Times bestseller. The event is free to the public and will take place in the Tivoli Theater April 19th at 7 p.m.
We will now go to the Marriott Centennial for entertainment.
Thank you, Teresa. I'm Tanya Temple.
And I'm Demarius Wiggins, and this is your entertainment segment for today. For next week's interlude intermission piece, it will be a finale for the semester, something of a wrap-up for all of those that have been tuning in for the past couple of months. Entitled Finale, make sure to tune in next week.
This is Go Watch It or Red Box It. The movies this week are The Three Stooges, Cabin in the Woods, and The Titanic. Now, The Titanic is a re-release. It's in 3D. But I am sick and tired of 3D movies. It's all right. Yes, the ship's going to come in my face. Yes, water's going to submerge me. I think we need to take the time and put it into our storylines, and no more 3D. Read my 2D lips. No more 3D. I don't want to wear a bloody pair of glasses. I don't want to take them off and feel like I need a breathalyzer test because the screen is blurry. I just want to go, sit in my movie, pay regular price and not pay that 3D price. But I will be going and seeing Cabin in the Woods. I encourage you to go and see that. So please remember, my fellow Mocs, should we go watch it or red box it? Email me at sln724@mocs.utc.edu. Hang in there. I know it's the final semester and we're almost out of here. You can do it. And thanks for joining us at this edition of Mocs News Entertainment. Now to your Sports Minute with Brian.
Hello Mocs fans, I'm Brian Bass, and here's all the local sports action to catch this weekend. First up, the men's tennis team will play host to Samford in their season finale from 2 to 5:30 p.m. Then softball will take on Western Carolina all weekend with a doubleheader Saturday at 1 p.m. at 1 and 3, and then Sunday with the final game at 2 p.m. All of those games will be at Frost Stadium. Finally, the first annual Scrappy Awards were held last night at the Chattanooga Choo Choo. This ceremony honored our student athletes for their hard work and dedication on and off the field. The female athlete of the year went to Maria Juliana Loza, and the male athlete of the year went to star linebacker Ryan Consiglio. For a complete list of all the winners from last night's award show and for all the scores and highlights of your favorite teams, go to gomocs.com. That's going to do it for this week's sports update. I'm Brian Bass, and have a great weekend.
That does it for this Friday's Mocs News.
Thank you for joining us.
Be sure to check out our videos uploaded to YouTube throughout the week.
Until next time, have a great weekend.